YouTube, my name is Shashi, and in this video, I'm going to show you how I built my electric skateboard. I built this skateboard this summer during COVID, and I built it because I already have an e-bike, but the problem with that is that the e-bike is way too big to carry in a car, and our car isn't big enough to fit it in. So I wanted to build an electric vehicle that would be a lot smaller, and also a lot more portable. The electric skateboard is also a lot cheaper than an e-bike. The e-bike that I built was around $300 to $400, and that was on the cheap side. With an electric skateboard, you can make it on your own around $200 or maybe $150. So this skateboard is actually kind of easy to build, and it didn't take that much effort. It was pretty easy. The main parts are the motor, which is right here, and is connected to the wheel with a belt system. And the wheel has a sprocket attached to it, and screws that come from the other side and attached to it right here. So when the motor spins, the wheel spins in both directions. And I put this here, so this would stop hitting the floor of the skateboard, because that was causing some problems when I went fast. And also these screws are there so the motor doesn't slide along these, so it stays still. And this is the processor. So this processor is kind of cool because it's like sort of like a duplex house. You have the ESC on the bottom of it, which is this whiteboard right here, and then you have the main processor, which is at the top and is covered by this green protective panel. I think it's meant to stop electrostatic charge. And this is the capacitor. So the battery right here is a lithium-ion battery, and probably the most expensive part of the entire build. The batteries, like lithium-ion batteries, are generally kind of expensive and high maintenance, so it's kind of hard to get one. But I found one on Alibaba, and I'll put the link in the description. And that one was pretty good. It isn't really causing me any problems right now, so I'm pretty happy with it. This is sort of the janky sort of thing I made to hold the battery in. It looks pretty bad, but I'm gonna make another one. I think I might 3D print it, or just put a couple of brackets on like 5 inches apart, so it looks a lot cleaner. Because right now it just looks really just off, looks weird. And the skateboard, I got a longboard which costs around 70 bucks. And this was one of the generally more cheaper skateboards, because the most longboards cost upwards of $100, and this skateboard was around 70. And so far it's pretty good. You know, the wheels spin pretty smoothly, and the grip tape on the other side is also pretty strong. And this also has an on and off switch, which is right here. And it has an LED light in the background, which I think looks really nice. And this is the charging port. They provided the charger with the battery, so it's pretty easy to use. And yeah, this is the remote. It has a battery gauge right here, and along with the option to reverse the direction of the motor, which can come in handy if you need to back out. So now, since I turned that on, I just turn this on, and I just wait for it to pair. When the green light stops blinking, it means that it's paired. Alright, so now I just move it forward, then the motor goes. This is the top speed. Then I can also brake without usually using my feet, like how you would in normal skateboards, going like this. It's pretty cool. And then you also have the reverse. You hold this until this turns red. Alright, now it's reversed. Now, spin the other way. Just press it again. And it turns back green. So this skateboard goes pretty fast, but the main problem is that it doesn't have that much torque. So you need to give it a push when you start it off, and it won't go that fast if you're on flat ground, unless if you're sort of simultaneously using your feet as well. But if you go on a downhill, it'll go really fast, because there's not much torque. It doesn't need that much force. Because this motor it goes pretty fast, but it doesn't have that much torque in it, rather than other motors which are more lean more on the power that the motor has rather than the RPM. Which, you know, there's some pros and cons to it, but I just wanted a fast skateboard, so I got this motor. And also, I'll be providing the link in the description for all the parts that I got. The battery was separate, and the motor was separate, but all this came in a kit, which I think was really nice. And also for the skateboard. And now we need to test drive it. I'm gonna ride it around these offices right next to my house, and we're gonna see how fast it goes. Test number 1. I'm gonna take the skateboard down this hill and probably pick up some speed towards the end of it, because there's like a sort of downhill there. And just gonna see how it goes. Start off pushing it off. Pretty good. I think I forgot to check the speed, so I'm gonna try this again on a bigger hill. But I move all the rocks and the sticks out of the way. So, try it now. Alright, I'm not doing that again. That was pretty fast. Oh shit, I forgot to record it. Alright, I think I have to go do that again. That was fast. 3. Last time I forgot to check the speed, so now I have to go do that whole thing again. Yeah. Alright, I just recorded